As many of you guys are aware, the van build is finally complete. And if you have yet to go see Seth's incredible wrap-up of the van build and the story behind it, make sure to go check that out, as he did a really great job chronicling this incredible journey that we've all been on over the past 6 months. Real quick, I'd just like to thank all of you guys for being here and being a part of the channel for me to share this all with. I can't even tell you guys how much the encouragement and support from the community has meant to me, and I can honestly say that without it, I don't know if this would have all happened. Now, it's time for the really fun stuff. To take this adventure mobile and hit the road. But first, I've got to actually move into it and get reaccustomed to living in a small space on the road again. And with that comes a bit of an adjustment period for sure. You know, I've just been thinking a lot being in the van for the past 2 weeks about the transition that is required to go from months and months of living in absolute comfort in a house. There is absolutely, even for me, someone who's lived on the road for years and out of a car, which is way less luxurious than what I have now, there's still a transition to be made. And I'm definitely in the transition right now, but not there yet. I find myself, I don't know, I'm just not used to being back in the van yet. I'm just not used to it. I really just gotta dive right back in. I worked in the van during the day, hung out in the van at night, and even started doing grocery shopping again instead of eating out all the time, and really putting that awesome fridge to use. This is me in the daily setup right here. Got my laptop plugged in, got this awesome fan. This fan has actually been a big game changer right here. This just USB plug-in fan, and it clips onto my desk. And I've got my laptop just all set up, and the fan running back there, the lights on, and I had music going a second ago. It's feeling pretty good, especially now that I've got some sort of internet solution. Doing this really helped me get a feel for the van and those little things that, are impossible to really catch until you're physically living in it. Things like, where do I hang my clothes after wearing them? And how do I block out the light so that I can sleep? And dealing with wildlife. Yeah, that was the thing. While living in Seth's driveway for 2 weeks, we had a pretty epic ongoing battle with the local bears. They wanted our trash, and they wanted it bad.
Here on my phone, you see how you can see the cans right there, right on the camera?
Yeah.
That's where we are right now.
We've decided to turn this into a stakeout. We're gonna catch these bears.
This is Bear Central. Bear monitoring central. What would you call this?
Of course, we're in the eye of the storm. I think they're coming back.
There's something really delicious in the garbage can. There's no way they're gonna pass it up.
I'll go see what I can see over here. There are no bears over here. I got nothing.
Where the f they go?
Baby bears down.
Baby bears down there. I don't know if you guys can see these bears.
Yo, we got them.
Bear over there.
We got them ready. Hey, question. Are we just gonna let them mess with the garbage can, and we're just gonna watch it happen?
We're gonna watch it happen.
We're just gonna let them tear your garbage can to shreds? Alright, it's the very next night, and I'm in my van working right now. And I just heard a noise outside. This is a new trash can. Seth's just got the bigger trash can, so they can't get into that. Oh my god, that's oh my god. It's really big. Oh shit. Get the f out of here. Yo, she's gonna jack up my rack. Yo, quit it. Hey, get out of here. You're gonna jack up my van. You're gonna mess up my new rack. Hey, get out. Yo, come on, man. You ain't gonna get in that. Yo. Oh shit. I called Seth, and Seth's coming out. Yo, it's a really big one. Watch out, bro. Yo, it's straight up huge. It's huge. This has been an ongoing problem at the casa. These bears, man, they're relentless. Seth runs at this bear with a flip-flop. What were you thinking you were gonna do with just a flip-flop, bro?
That's just experience. I mean, I've gone out.
Oh, all those bears in Florida?
I've gone out.
All those bears down in Florida, there's a lot of experience?
No, I've never had any bears in Florida, but I'm saying, like, bears, I'm no stranger to bears coming to my house, and I go and I give them La Chancla. I take a flip-flop and just beat them in the face with it, and they're like, brrr, and they just run away.
Once we got all that settled, it was time for me to spread my wings and fly. So off I set from the hack shack, determined to get back to 100% self-sufficiency again. As an outsider looking in, it may have been tempting to think that I really wanted to stay at Seth's as long as I could. I mean, why wouldn't I? I was living it up in the lap of luxury, getting to hang out with my best friend all the time. The thing is, although I really enjoyed our time hanging out and working and riding, there's really just nothing quite like having your own space to come back to at the end of the day. I personally really value being self-sufficient, and having to rely on even such a great friend so heavily for so long, it gets tough. See, I want my friends to always know that when we hang, it's not because I need to do my laundry or take a hot shower or anything. It's because I want their company. Speaking of great friends and great company, it wasn't long before it was time for me to take my first mini adventure in the van. So, I've been back living in the van for about, 2 weeks or so now, and I just, came down to Atlanta for a little trip to hang out and see my little brother and my best friend Chance while my little brother was moving back to Florida from out of his apartment here. And it was a super short stay, really just like 48 hours, but I'm so happy that I jumped in the van and went down to see them, because in my mind, any time spent with friends and family is worth it. Atlanta is a pretty cool place, to be honest, and although it's still a city, it has pretty darn good access to a lot of outdoor activities, and even has mountains as close as an hour and a half north of it, which is exactly where Chance and I headed to get him a little time in the mountains before heading back down to Florida.
We're going on a hike. Getting out of Atlanta and getting into the woods.
We didn't really care where we went, we just wanted to get out of the city and into nature, so we did a little bit of research and headed to Panther Creek Falls, a place that I surprisingly never visited during my time in Atlanta.
Yeah, right?
The landing is just like right here. Hey, look, there's a curve right on it. Seriously, that's I know.
Holy shit.
I'm sure that this is all eroded since, but this tree grew right here and then it's held this all together.
See him in the crack there?
No way.
Yeah. He stopped because he stopped, but I think we might scare him.
Where's the baby? Oh, he's coming back for the baby.
See that little guy right there?
Oh my gosh, he blends in with the
root.
Oh, that's so sketchy. Wow, I can't believe you just did that so easily.
Oh wow, I don't trust myself with this.
Oh!
Are you ready? Woo, right into the hand.
Still got it.
Caught it, dropped it, lost it, got it. And didn't have to get in there.
I would probably have an easier time riding a bike across this.
You can actually get somewhere pretty quickly out of Atlanta, and there's a lot of cool stuff. This is only an hour and a half away, and look at this. Do you hear something? I hear something that could be a big waterfall. So we're looking for a waterfall, and there's a big swimming hole at the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's where water falls from rocks.
Oh, that type of waterfall, when the water falls from rocks down into something. Okay.
Yeah, it's like falling water, except it's a waterfall.
We made it. Check this out. Yo. Dude, it's so cool. Holy cow. Chance is just immediately getting in the water. How cold is it?
Pretty cold.
All right, I'm getting in. I gotta get in. Holy shit, what a cool spot. Panther Creek Falls was pretty rad, by the way, and just like any best friends, Chance and I had an absolute blast as we proceeded like we hung out just yesterday when, in fact, I hadn't even seen him for like 6 months. The stay was over before we knew it, and it was time for them to head back down to Florida so that Chance could catch his shift at work. All right, Very successful stay in Atlanta. Very quick but fun visit. I'm really stoked I got to see my brother and my best friend Chance. And then got to come out and hang with another really good friend of mine, Daniel and Faye. And I actually got to ride with Daniel twice. Super fun. One soul ride, one film ride. Just perfect in my opinion. And now it's time for me to head back to Asheville. I've got a few projects to wrap up before I can hit the road on the way to Colorado, I think it's gonna be. Good morning. Just woke up here in the parking lot of Ingles and getting some coffee underway. A lot of you guys have asked about my cooking setup, and it's actually super simple at the time. I've just got this, it's like a $40 Coleman propane 2-burner stove, like a super standard camp stove, and you use these propane tanks to fuel it. And you know, I don't even have really nice dishes or anything yet. This is just my backpacking titanium Snow Peak setup. So yeah, really simple setup. Got my AeroPress right here ready to make some delicious coffee. I can't wait. Just hanging in the van. I haven't even stepped outside. It looks like it's a beautiful day out though. Look at that, it looks real nice. I feel like the spot that I'm at right now really summarizes van life on Instagram. This is what you would normally see. And then this is the part that they don't show you. Dun dun dun. Freaking garbage station. It's so funny to me how little of actual van life gets shown on the internet. The harsh truth is that the vast majority of van life is not glamorous or fun, despite what those Instagram models want you to believe. I was parked out back of an Ingles for 2 nights, and I just came back today to park here. It's like 7 o'clock at night. So there was a sheriff's car there, and I think that it might have been because I stayed there 2 nights in a row. I came down the road to the CVS thinking it was going to be good, but no, I don't think this is a good spot. I'm doing a camping or a riding trip tomorrow with my patrons down in Pisgah. I'm so stoked. I just found something that's gonna help me tremendously in the future. Check it out. Boom! A motherfrickin' Walmart is up in here. The real important thing is check it out. I still have internet. And that means I can come stay here whenever I want. Because Walmart is cool like that. Walmart's cool in that one way. There are obviously some drawbacks of living out of a van on the road, which I was quickly reminded of. I think the most important thing to remember is that I didn't choose this way of life because I love living in a car or a van or even a tent for that matter. The whole reason I live like this is for what it enables me to do. It all started with an idea of what I wanted out of life and the things that I value, and then I started to figure out a way of living that would best facilitate these. Hence, van life. Hello again, friends, and welcome to the inside of the van. I just wanted to pop in and say one last time how much I appreciate you guys being here and watching the video, and I really hope you enjoyed this one because I put a lot of work into it. If you did enjoy it and you haven't already, make sure to go down and give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, definitely consider doing that so you can keep up with my future travels. In the next video, I'm going to be heading west to Colorado. If you're interested in helping me continue to make videos like this and continue to grow the channel, or even help just buy me a beer, I'm gonna put a link to my Patreon down below. If you've done all of these things or even none of them, it's all good. I'm just happy to have you here. I will see you guys next time, and until then, you know what to do. Live free, ride hard, and get stoked.